Ever felt trapped, dreaming of a future beyond your reach? In the dimly lit corners of a bustling internet cafe, amidst the clatter of keyboards and the hum of old machines, sat Alex, a young man with eyes that held the fire of ambition, even as his pockets held little more than loose change. Every evening, after long hours at a dead-end job, he'd rent a computer, the cheapest one he could find, its screen flickering with the promise of a different life. He wasn't there for games or social media. Alex was building. He was coding, learning, and pouring his soul into lines of text, convinced that somewhere within this digital labyrinth lay his escape. His family, struggling to make ends meet, saw his late nights as a peculiar hobby, a distraction from real work. But for Alex, it was his reality, his sanctuary, his only hope. He'd often overhear whispers, "Look at him, always on that computer. What a waste of time." But those words, instead of deterring him, fueled a quiet resolve. He knew what they didn't. He wasn't just typing. He was sculpting his destiny, bite by bite. In the heart of a place designed for fleeting entertainment, the internet cafe became his second home. Its cheap coffee his constant companion. He devoured online tutorials, debugged endless lines of code, and sketched out complex algorithms on crumpled napkins. There were nights he'd fall asleep at the keyboard, only to be gently woken by the cafe owner, Mr. Lee, a kind man who saw something special in Alex's unwavering dedication. "Still at it, Alex?" Mr. Lee would ask, a warm smile creasing his face. "You'll get there, son. Just keep pushing." Those simple words were often the only encouragement Alex received, a lifeline in a sea of doubt. One particularly frustrating evening, after hours of battling a stubborn bug, Alex slammed his fist on the table, startling a few late-night gamers. "This is impossible," he muttered, his voice hoarse with exhaustion. A fellow regular, an older man named Ben who often watched Alex work, leaned over. "Nothing worth having comes easy, kid. What are you building?" Alex, hesitant at first, explained his vision. A simple, intuitive app, designed to connect local artisans with customers, bypassing expensive middlemen. Ben listened intently, then nodded. "Sounds like a good idea. The world needs more people solving real problems." That brief exchange reignited Alex's spark. He realized his work wasn't just for him. It could genuinely help others. He redoubled his efforts, fueled by Ben's quiet validation and Mr. Lee's silent support. He started skipping meals, saving every penny for extra hours at the cafe. His code became cleaner, his designs more elegant. He learned about user experience, marketing, and business, all from that rented computer. There were moments of despair when the sheer scale of his ambition felt overwhelming. He saw friends moving forward, getting stable jobs, while he was still in the same internet cafe, pouring his life into a digital dream. Am I just wasting my time? He'd ask himself, staring at the blinking cursor, a silent judge of his progress. But then he'd remember the faces of the artisans he hoped to help, the quiet dignity of Mr. Lee, and the unwavering belief in his own heart. He pushed through the self-doubt, through the countless errors, through the loneliness of his solitary pursuit. Finally, after nearly 2 years of relentless work, his app, Craft Connect, was ready. He launched it with a mix of terror and exhilaration, using the internet cafe's slow connection. For weeks, nothing. Then a single download, then 5. Then a trickle that slowly, steadily grew into a stream. Artisans, struggling to sell their wares, found a new market. Customers discovered unique, handmade products. Word spread. Craft Connect wasn't just an app. It was a bridge connecting communities and empowering creators. One morning, Alex received an email. A venture capitalist, impressed by Craft Connect's organic growth and positive impact, wanted to meet. Alex, still in his usual spot at the internet cafe, reread the email 10 times, his hands trembling. He showed it to Mr. Lee, who simply smiled and said, "I told you, son." The meeting was a whirlwind. The investor saw not just an app, but a movement, a testament to raw talent and relentless dedication. They offered him funding, resources, and a team. Alex, the boy who coded his dreams on a rented computer, was now the CEO of a burgeoning tech company. His life changed dramatically. He moved into a proper office, hired a team, and expanded Craft Connect's reach, but he never forgot his roots. He often visited the internet cafe not to rent a computer, but to chat with Mr. Lee, to thank Ben, and to inspire other young dreamers who, like him, were trying to build their future one bite at a time. His story became a legend in the local community, a beacon of hope. So, what's your internet cafe? What dream are you building, even when the world tells you it's impossible? Alex's journey reminds us that true innovation isn't born in fancy offices, but in the relentless pursuit of a vision, fueled by passion, perseverance, and the courage to believe in yourself. Even when all you have is a rented computer and an unwavering dream, your future isn't just out there. It's waiting for you to code it into existence, one line, one effort, one determined step at a time. Go build it.